One good thing about the winter is you can get the toys out to play. We got a little bit of snow here, so I got the tractor out, the snow blower, just doing a few driveways in the neighborhood. It's my chance to play. So, I guess one of the things that I want to talk about today is I see Europe is getting ready for war. And that I see Germany is spending their billions on war machines. Poland is doing the same thing. France is doing the same thing. UK. And so the elites and the leaders are going to be sending you guys over in Europe to war. The ironic thing is, none of their families will be on the front lines. It's going to be the peons that are going to be on the front lines. You know, even the dickhead that we, well, I shouldn't say we, well, some of the boomers. It's one of the things, my parents were the beginning of the boomers. I was at the end of the boomers. They were about 20 years old when they had me. I don't know, sometimes I think they probably regret it. But anyways, the boomers elected the idiot that's running this country, and he's going to take us to war too. Instead of spending money on the infrastructure in this country, he wants to join the European Union and spend billions of dollars on military equipment to join them to fight the perceived enemy, and that's Russia. The only reason that Europe is going to war against Russia is because they don't have any resources left, and Russia's got trillions of dollars worth of resources, and that's what war is all about, is resources. And let's face it, in the Middle East, if they're growing potatoes in the Middle East, we wouldn't have been attacking Iraq and Iran and Syria and all those other countries. And if Russia was growing potatoes for vodka, I don't think we would be interested in that as well, unless vodka becomes a commodity that's worth lots of money. Same thing in Venezuela. If Venezuela was just growing bananas, I guess, whatever. Our neighbor down to the south wouldn't be interested in trying to overthrow the government there or go to war against the government there. It's always about resources on that. And in today's day and age, there's no need for war. I mean, you just have to look at how integrated the Russian economy was with the Europe and the Europeans, and decided to blow up Nord Stream 2. Slowly get rid of Russia out of the equation, so that they wanted to try and cripple it. And I'm not defending Russia, just I'm against war, because I've got family that's in the military, and I don't want to see them going over to fight the stupid wars that the elites want. Same thing in Venezuela. You know, the people to the south there, the leaders to the south, claim that it's a war against drugs, which is a bunch of bullshit, because the president just pardoned the Honduras biggest drug lord, you know, because all of a sudden he's a nice guy. Same thing as you know, the NATO put the head chopper in charge of Syria. There was a $10 million bounty on his head at one time. And now he's a good guy. Yeah, he only beheaded a bunch of Christians and Druze and anybody that stood in his way. Now he's legitimate leader of Syria. And then you got that other country there that continues with their genocide, you know, bombing parts of Syria, bombing parts of Lebanon. War. You can tell that the world economy is about to collapse because as a good friend, well, he doesn't know me too much, but I watch him all the time, Gerald Celente, says when all else fails, they take you to war. And that's not what I want to see. I don't want to see my kids or my grandchildren having to go to war to fight all this bullshit. Same thing in the town of Marathon that I came from. There's a bunch of young kids that, you know, joined the military. They did their time over in Afghanistan, and at the end of the day, you know, you have to ask yourself what for, just so that these elites can get richer, the military-industrial complex can get richer, and it's us people, like the young people that are thrown out on the front line, or the cannon fodder for the elites. Like I said, they won't send their kids or their grandchildren to the front lines. If they want to go to war so much, there's, you know what? You pick up a gun and you can step up on the front lines instead of cowering behind the soldiers that are willing to put their lives on the line. You know, it breaks my heart knowing that, you know, people gave their lives. You know, we're supposed to go to war to defend our country, and I don't see Canada being attacked, but we're getting ready to attack another country, which is a bunch of bullshit. It makes me angry. I'm sure you know, it makes a lot of us angry in that, and we got to, you know, start standing up, speaking out, fight against all this bullshit there from people like Carney, a Weffer. And the sad thing is, like I said, one end of the spectrum of the boomers voted it in, and I'm hoping that the other end, which I'm part of, I didn't vote for him because I knew what he was going to do. But it is what it is. So, anyways, war is not where we should be going. We should be investing in our infrastructure in the country. I posted earlier there. You know, I got friends and family that are in Italy, and I told them, man, I said, if you can, get the hell out of the European Union, because you got a bunch of idiots running the European Union that want to take you to war. You know, this World War I, World War II destroyed Europe, and now you got World War III and getting ready for that. And once again, you know, Germany, which was an industrious country, you got leaders there that are promoting war and wanting to invest in the infrastructure in the military industrial complex in Germany to take you to war. It's up to the German people to stand up and say no. You know, same thing in Poland. Man, you guys over there, you're gonna pay for it. You got to do something about it. Here in Canada, well, we voted this idiot in. Hopefully there will be a non-confidence vote to take him out, so we can get away from all this war shit. You know, invest in the infrastructure. You know, twin that highways right across the country. Twin the railroad tracks. You know, build high-speed internet or high-speed rail. You know, we can do so much better. You know, look after our veterans. You know, a lot of them are suffering. I'm sure they're probably suffering even more, realizing that they fought a war that Afghanistan or Libya. Anyways, say no, vote for peace, fight for peace. All right, meanwhile I'm gonna get back on my tractor and go do a few more driveways. Take care.